Today I fucked up by whispering sweet nothings into my wife's ears. Today I fucked up so my partner is Persian, and as such I have been slowly learning Farsi to talk to her in her native tongue. Well, tonight, we were starting to get down to some snuggling, and as I was caressing her I figured it was time for some sexy talk, and I started with a few sweet sayings. Now usually I opt for English, and since she didn't know I had started learning Farsi, I wanted to surprise her tonight by seducing her in her tongue as it were. I started off with classics like Dusa Daram, I love you, and Atashtalam, Fire of My Heart, which she was surprised by and seemed really excited by. Then, disaster happened, when I stumbled into a mistake or two. By whispering in my most velvety voice, Anam, which, according to my wife, means my poo. I think she pulled a muscle by laughing so much. She hasn't stopped laughing yet, and I don't know when she'll stop. TL Doctor, I called my wife my poo in her native tongue whilst aiming for sexy talk. Edit, typos, and the word I was going for was Junam, missed it by a mile. But I now have a new favorite, which is Jigatu Bokram, which translates to I will eat your liver, but is actually more similar to I love you. I don't know if it was a typo or autocorrect issue, but naked tongue sounds like an interesting phrase, and definitely better than native tongue. What did you think you were saying? Question mark. I shit the bed, probably. Currently reading this to my Persian BF and he hasn't stopped laughing, smiley face. Haha, that's something you guys will look back on for years. What were you trying to say? My pee. I was once looking to call someone my dove in German and called them my pigeon since the words are the same. Today I fucked up by eating the one thing I hated most on earth for 4 months straight without realizing. Not the most exciting story, but I definitely felt very fucking stupid. Obligatory, happened beginning March of last year until about July. Necessary context is that I'm a very heavy drinker and was drinking daily when lockdowns started. Might have had an impact, but I also could just be stupid. So, I live in NYC in Lower Manhattan. I'm also a very big fan of sandwiches as well as hot sauce. I have went to stores that exclusively sold hot sauce and was in heaven. Anyways, around when lockdowns started I happened to break up with my bodega. The nighttime deli man was an asshole and would try to charge me $1 for 4 ketchup packets when I bought a burger with fries. It's crazy. So I started going to a new bodega. It was extremely clean, the staff was friendly, and the dude I went to always remembered key aspects of my order like extra cheese and however much you think is a lot of hot sauce, put more. I went probably 8 to 10 times a week, twice a day, usually Monday/Friday. Always sandwiches, always extra cheese, always too much hot sauce. The thing is, there was just something about the sandwiches that tasted off. Not necessarily bad, but just very different. I continued to go because of the customer service and because it just became a thing. Fast forward to the very last day that I went. I was in the store and ordered my sandwich and got into a conversation with this today I fucked up woman. We talked about food choices and likes/dislikes. She mentioned she was a huge fan of hot sauce and it caught my full attention. We spent 2 to 3 minutes talking about hot sauce preferences and brands before she asked me what type of hot sauce do I not like. I told her I thought sriracha shouldn't be considered hot sauce and it's absolutely terrible, and I've never purposely asked for it except for the first 2 times I tried. Once to experiment, the second to verify that I hated it. Funny enough, the deli man hears this entire conversation. He follows up with a sentence that broke me emotionally. Bro, the only hot sauce we have is sriracha. I've been putting it on all your sandwiches. I just kinda stopped for a few seconds looking between the both of them with the most horrified expression. I felt so betrayed, but I couldn't be mad at him because I've never asked what kind of hot sauce they used. Deli man starts dying from laughter. The woman is looking at me like our entire conversation was a lie. I told him not to put any hot sauce on my sandwich he was making and left, never to return again. For no reason aside from shame and the fact that they only have sriracha. Also, just to add, specifically specifically asked for sriracha on a sandwich about 3 weeks ago and I hated the sandwich. So now I'm just at a loss to what happened. Not sure if this is some form of cognitive dissonance lol. Too long didn't read. The one flavor I thought I hated more than nearly everything on the planet was put in all 100 plus sandwiches I ate over a 4-month span. I barely noticed and feel like I don't even know myself. Edit. Of course the one post that makes me look extra fucking stupid would be the one that blows up lol. For anyone that's curious, I went back over and over cause they accepted my EBT card and I didn't have to put thought into it. Sometimes it was turkey, sometimes ham, sometimes chicken. I ate other things but yes, I tend to binge eat a specific food for months until I'm tired of it, so eventually, yes, my diet is trash. I ate 3 bagels a day for like a month before I realized I should eat other things. Also, when I said the sandwiches tasted off and I kept buying it, I don't mean like off as in it tasted like meat went bad or something. It was just very different from the sandwiches I was buying from the other store and I couldn't put my finger on why. But yes, there are people like me on Earth who just keeps going back asking 0 questions. You live in NYC and eat the same damn thing 10 plus times per week. That's where you fucked up. How does anyone eat the same thing this often? Even if it was my favorite food, after about a week of that I would hate it forever. Dude, if you really like that place, ask the owner/deli guy if you can drop off a bottle of your favorite hot sauce. If you're that loyal or a customer, they probably appreciate you enough to accommodate you. It wouldn't cost them any extra to keep a bottle of a different brand on hand, and keep your business. I like the stuff, and you've eaten more of it in 4 months than I have in 2 years. I'm pretty sure you actually love it. This guy cleans them out of the stuff. They probably buy extra bottles for him, the regular who orders X10 hot sauce. Funny he claims to hate it. What no one has suggested yet but may solve the mystery is you like vinegar-based hot sauces. Very often deli sandwiches have a vinegar-based salad dressing. It's possible that you like the combination but not the sriracha itself. I'm confused as to why you ate something that tasted off twice a day every single day for months. Turns out he likes sriracha. Today I fucked up by losing most of my penis in an accident with a belt sander. This happened about a month ago, and was completely my stupid mistake. I was using a machine at my job that had an exposed belt drive. There are clearly marked areas around this machine where you aren't supposed to stand, but people tend not to pay attention to them. I had walked into this area to pick up something I dropped and wasn't paying attention to how close I was to the spinning belt, and when I leaned over to pick it up, my pants got caught in it. It pulled me in so fast that before I could hit the shutoff it had made a huge abrasion on my thigh and sucked in my genitals. I instantly knew from the pain that it was not good and screamed for my co-worker to call 911. The ambulance thankfully got there very quickly and was able to unwind the belt and take me to the hospital. The end of my dick was completely shredded and the surgeon had no choice but to amputate about half of it. It hurt extremely badly for about a week, and only stopped being sore just recently. Getting the catheter and stitches taken out after 3 weeks was also really painful and embarrassing. Been trying to keep my mind off of it since then, but I'm obviously pretty sad about the whole situation. I'm only 19 and am having a hard time imagining the rest of my life without my little buddy Frown. I still haven't completely gotten over the initial shock. I'm trying to cope somewhat and accept things by talking about it here. Ask any questions or give any advice you want. I'd appreciate it, thanks. Too long didn't read, was stupid around heavy machinery, got the tip of my dick ripped off. Edit. I am going to talk to a family friend who is a lawyer next week to make sure I don't do anything else stupid. Still don't think I'll pursue anything, but thank you all for your advice. Edit 2. Yes, I have already gotten compensation for this! Exclamation mark. That's extremely traumatic. Possible more so to your mental health than your physical in the long run. I highly urge you to seek out a mental health professional and get out in front of any unrealized issues. Definitely stay in touch with a urologist and maybe even get an opinion of a plastic surgeon. They can do amazing things these days and can maybe help out at some point. Also, I second the idea of a counselor, even if you are okay at the moment. It will come in handy. I have monthly appointments for 6 months to make sure everything is healing fine, so I'll still be in touch with him for a while. I don't really want any more surgery at this point. I have about 3 to 4 inches of shaft left, so it's still functional enough that I don't want to risk further complications for something that would be only marginally better. Waiting to see what my mindset is like in a few more weeks before seeing a counselor. I've been getting more comfortable with it recently, so hopefully that continues. That really sucks. I really hope you had a 12 inches schlong and now only have 6 inches left. I wish lol. That's crazy. My heart goes out to you, man. Thanks. You need to seek professional counseling for help with this. And a lawyer. An exposed drive belt without guards seems like the sort of thing that wouldn't meet OSHA guidelines.